Here today for another gameplay review of League of Angels Fire Raiders, and today we are at Chapter 9, Stage 4 of the dungeon, Relic Dungeon. Most of the pro players have already advanced to probably Chapter 10 or 11 for the matter, but I'm taking things really slowly. I want to show you guys my current relic setup today. I've used the Earth Armament, I've used the Earth Armor as well as the Earth Protection Legging in order to get the buff Earth Armament +1, which adds HP for my heroes. And the rest of my relics, is the Flame Armaments, which are all Flame, yep, and I've got the 6 set buff right now. So I'm not very sure whether, because of my +2 on my Fairy Ring, which is over here, and a +2 on my Fire Fairy's Bow, do I get a +2 effect for the armament buff? Where do I get an increase of 100% for either just one of the set, or does every set or every flame armament, every flame relic has to be +2 in order for me to achieve the +2 buff? I'm still not very sure about that, and well, if you guys know, drop a comment below and let me know. So right now let's go on to Chapter 9, Stage 4. We have Zweihander with Nysa as the angel for him. Because we've got the Zweihander, he will use his shield to defend. I'm going to use a Pyrona, and I'm going to use an Earth Shaker, and that should help me. I'm going to bring in Berserker Claw, Atalanta, yeah, and yeah, let me see if this works. Celestial Merchant is coming. Okay, so you get the Celestial Merchant even in the Relic Dungeon, so this should be easy. Unless Nysa heals Zweihander like crazy, that would be a problem, that would be an issue. Yeah, this is where he increases his max HP, but it's gonna be a matter of time before I bring down Zweihander. You can realize that his HP is really strong. We've got Earthshaker doing the tank in my team right now. I only use 4 heroes today because I want to use the other heroes for my stage 1 and my other stages in this battle. And I don't think this is working because Nysa is going to heal Zweihander like crazy, and he is apparently control resistant. I can't seem to... Crap. Earthshaker is down. I can't seem to stun him or hex him in a way. Okay, so this is bad. Never do this. And in Chapter 9, Stage 4, it's pretty hard. His BR rating is 120,000. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in let me see. I'm gonna bring in, you know, I need a Rose Knight as well as a Nightblade, and let's see how this goes. Nightblade's bleeding would actually take down Zweihander very quickly because of his max HP. That is what I hope. But he's increasing his HP as we speak, and his control immune, if you realize that. Okay, so we're gonna use the Berserker Claw's ulti. Earthshaker's trying to stun him, but he is control immune. He stunned my Earthshaker. At least he's able to get the bleeding status from my Nightblade. Okay, so he parries Pyrona and Rose Knight's attack. He tries and bring down Rose Knight, but Rose Knight won't budge. He's gonna just parry and dodge all the attacks. You could check out another control immune spell. So we just can't stun Zweihander. I think it's because of his shield that he has, which allows him to be control immune. He tries to stun. Rose Knight dodges. Berserker Claw throws his axes, but he is entirely control immune. Can I just do a stun for him? Oh no, he uses his shield again. But yeah, it's gonna be a matter of time. Nightblade is the key to bringing him down, because bleeding does damage to your max HP, and that's what I'm trying to do. So you can see that the damage that the bleeding does was 24k. If you realize 32k for the bleeding damage that Nightblade has caused on Zweihander. In the past, when I was at level 60, I used Zweihander as a tank, and he was able to absorb the damage from Night Sentinel, but it got Night Sentinel's damage got to a point where Zweihander's shield cannot absorb as much damage because Night Sentinel's attack is so strong, and that is when I stopped using Zweihander. So initially I did a very bad mistake, because for my arena points I invested in a Zweihander instead of a Night Sentinel, and then you'll realize that is why my Night Sentinel is at level 5. You know, I've always advised people to use Night Sentinel, but because of my mistake where I invested in the Genie as well as Zweihander. Where is my Zwei? Okay, Zwei is here. I'm sorry. So because of my Zwei, I wasn't able to invest in Night Sentinel, and that was a little bit of a mistake for me. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done otherwise. But oh well. We all learn. And right now, the only use that Zweihander has for me right now is to power up my male attack emblem, and that's what I use him for, because he's pretty useless. He isn't as strong as Nether Knight and Earth and Elder Dwarf, and Headless Horseman is becoming a better option. Right now, he is almost as strong as a Rose Knight because of his charge damage where he does and align damage. But he isn't as tanky as a Rose Knight, where Rose Knight can just parry or dodge the attacks. But the good thing about the Headless Horseman is that he is able to do a rage spell steal. So whenever he attacks, Headless Horseman can actually steal the opponent's rage. Okay, so in my final stage, this is going to be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to use Narrator, but I haven't powered up her runes as well, but we'll see. I'm using a 3-star Michaela. I'm trying to bring up Michaela and Styx as well, because Styx's skills are great. Her control spell, where she stuns the opponent, is really top notch, and that is what I need when facing against a Nether Knight or an Elder Dwarf, because you don't want them to charge up their shield and absorb damage, because it's pretty annoying. So whenever I see a Nether Knight or an Elder Dwarf, I would use a Styx instead of, say, a Tina or my Flora. Okay, and this is it for today. I'm going to open my bronze card, that's all. I've got 2 Frost Heart Boots shard. I'm not going to open a silver and gold card. Look at my diamonds. So I'm going to show you guys why my diamonds have depleted so badly. Okay, so this is it. I've completed Chapter 9, Stage 4. I will go on to Stage 5 tomorrow. So apparently over the weekend there was a divination event where if you spend, let me see, 10 Super Divine draws and 15 Super Divine draws, you get Dragon Queen shards. And under the extra event, this is crazy, because over the weekend they also gave us this crazy event where when we spend gold, we get the Bone Master shards, we get Dark Paladin shards, so many shards. Okay, and yeah, 2-day spending. I think this is where I can get Snow Rider for 3 of his shards. Yeah, where if I spend yeah, these are the daily weekend events, which is pretty great. Okay, so this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave me a comment if you find anything interesting about my setup. And in the meantime, take care, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon in the next episode of League of Angels Fire Rate.